Scrolling through the chat here. A lot of quantity. I will say that about you guys. A lot of quantity. I will give you that. Corey, it is not fossils. Why do you think Corey oil is not from fossils? There's no way fossils are 20 miles below the surface of the earth. Well, yeah, Corey, how could you get 20 miles below the earth when it's flat?
Coal, crude oil, natural gas, and petroleum are considered, wait for it, fossil fuels.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus, Corey, I'm sorry. We should have talked about this before the show. That's because they come from old watches that kids wore in high school.
Those are gas fuels.
That's why they're fossil fuels. Oh. COVID Crotch says, did you guys just say oil comes from fossils? Ha.
It does.
He's saying,
look it up.
Look it up, dipshit.
Fossilized remains of plants and animals. That's literally what fuel is, you idiots.
Why do they call them fossil fuels?
Go for it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It's this. Coal, crude oil, and natural gas are considered fossil fuels because they were formed from the fossilized buried remains of plants and animals that lived millions of years ago.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm talking about, right?
I didn't think that was controversial. I thought we all knew that.
This is what happens, man. These people believe every fucking Kool-Aid point, and then they don't even know what the facts are. You're right. Why would they call them fossil fuels? Idiots.
Lip Ripper says, it comes from gas stations, stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, hashtag is such. Damn it, Corey, you're an idiot.
Damn it, right? Corey, you're such an idiot. I didn't know that, like, there's always, this show gets sidetracked sometimes for disagreements. That one was so bad. I got to say, that was one of those disagreements that's so stupid and so bad that I thought, holy shit, these guys have to have some kind of meta point. Like, it made me question everything I knew.
COVID Crotch owes us an apology. That's what that is. This is what they do. These guys try to latch on to stuff that they don't fucking know, and then they act like you're an idiot.
What would Perry say fossil fuels come from? I don't know. You know what? If Perry Caravello's on tonight,
it's a Cold War because it's cold outside, guys.
Yeah, it's a Cold War because it's cold outside. That's why it's a Cold War. And Russians, Corey, remember, are hot-blooded, but they're not as hot-blooded like the rest of us, and it allows them to fight better in the cold. I think we call him Perry the Greek after that one. Silverwolf says, they taught you that in first grade. What the fuck is wrong with some of you?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was fucking talking over you. They are called fossil fuels.
Yeah, like the fossil fuels thing, like I said, people started arguing it in the chat. Like, it was so dumb, I thought I was missing something. I was like, have I been fucking up fossil fuels my whole life? Like, they can't just question. The confidence with which they questioned it fucked me up for a second.
That's what they do, though. Like, this is like, you should see, it's awesome because it doesn't happen that much on my show anymore. But when we first started, it's like every time I said something, I had to look it up and then rub their noses in it. Like, we have so many listeners who think they know what they're talking about and they just don't.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this. I did not feel good about rubbing my people's nose in that one. I felt sad that I just looked up why are they called fossil fuels. There was no part of me that felt good about that at all.
But you knew the answer when you were Googling. I mean, it's called fossil fuels.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like Googling it. I'm like, I'm purely doing this out of obligation.
Yeah.
I don't like it. King Kong Dong says, except your football takes are trash, Corey. Guys,
I don't need to listen to you turncoat, mister. I'm a Viking fan, except for when they do bad, and then I'm just going to say I'm done with the Vikings, but I'm a Philly fan, and then when the season's over, like, oh, I'm excited if the Vikings do this.
Let's continue on with the fossil fuel discussion. Curly Adams says, you berated the chat for a while. Seems like a good time to ask them for money. I'm always the good cop when it comes to chat berating when Corey's on. I'm the bad cop when he's not here. I'm the good cop when he is here. I mean, when Corey's here berating the chat, do you really think they need me up their ass? I mean, really?
Jesus Christ, COVID Crotch. You can't even, like, from what I understand.
Hold on, I'm going to get to that. I got it. I got the chat. I got this. When Corey's berating the chat, they don't need me up their ass, all right? They need, they need soothing.
You just like being the peacekeeper. You just like pointing me at things. Not that it's not pointed at you.
Not when you're not here. When you're not here, I can be the chat guy. But it seems redundant when you're here. You and the chat have a special relationship. But Curly Adams says you've berated them for a while. It seems like a good time to ask for money. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Guys, we're about $325 away from our goal today. There's a bunch of links to the PayPal. Go ahead and chip into Steel Toe and help us hit our goal today. Just $10 or so will help a ton. Thank you very much. Let's go to Guy Sartel. He says, so you're trying to say that I can put fossil rocks in my gas tank?
Yeah, do it.
See how it works. And please report back.
Yeah, let us know how that works.
COVID Crotch says, from what I understand, it is decomposition process of plants and animals, not fossils. But whatever, it was funny. I was wrong, I guess. Well, I mean, not I guess, but yeah. You know what? Thank you, COVID Crotch. That's very sweet of you.
What is an ancient decomposing fucking animal?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fossil.
Like, I hate that shit. Look at that shit. Oh, from what I understand, it's this other thing that still means fossil, but whatever. I guess I was wrong. Like, that's the most passive-aggressive apology ever.
Now do you see why I consider myself the good cop in these situations?
Fucking pricks.
Dogface Pony Soldier says, Corey, the theory of fossil fuels is the same as the ozone being depleted, causing global warming.
Yeah, okay.
It's the first time I'm hearing that, actually. You guys do realize how much oil is used daily.
Wait, is that because they both replenish themselves? Huh?
Do you know how much carbon decay that would take? Guys, I have no problem admitting I have no idea what the fuck is going on anymore. I don't know what this argument is about.
What happens when you oversleep? I just hijack it.
Yeah, I guess so. TK 800 kilowatt says, fuck, I knew we shouldn't have burnt grandma once she should have shoved her ass in the ground without a casket and a vault.
Yeah,
more fossils.
Trying not to get oil? She probably would get oil immediately.
God, you know how much oil is locked in caskets right now? Fuck.
A lot of casket oil. Dude, it's for real. Like, let's go back and find, like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to ancient Persia. We're going to dig up those corpses for the oil.
Sinister Mind says, Aaron is the hemorrhoid cream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. The rest of the days, he is the hemorrhoid. Yeah, the rest of the week, I heal. I put Preparation H on myself so I can get ready for Wednesdays and Thursdays. Because as you could see a moment ago, Corey becomes kind of a junkyard Rottweiler. Like, he'll start growling and biting at the chat before I can pull the leash and go, hold on a fucking second. I still got a show to do here. Come on, hold back. God damn it. Come on. Go. Stop. Sit. Aztec of Sunfish says, speaking of fossil fuels, has Aaron left any tiny turds in the bed lately? Now, that's a low blow, you son of a bitch. And I never left small turds.
You poop the bed?
No, it's small, crusty pieces of food that get stuck in our bed because we eat in the bed. And April tells people that it's fart particles. And it's not. It's not. Dogface Pony Soldier says, explain to me how dead dinosaurs got 20 miles below the surface.
You know what? You're right. I'm wrong. You're right, Dogface.
Right? It's funny. I was going to leave that one to you because I thought maybe you had the energy to take that one on because I sure didn't.
I just can't, like, I can handle all my views being questioned, right? But at the point where you're arguing whether or not oil comes from fossils, I just don't even know. It reminds me of, like, I'll have arguments with people on Facebook. And I'll show them like 8 different sources and they'll just keep shitting on the sources. And it's like, what do you want me to find? Like, we'll find it on here. And then I find it on here. And they're like, well, that's not peer reviewed. I'm like, what the fuck are we even doing here?
I will say this. I'm going to play this again on Sunday, the great fossil fuel debate. And I believe me, it's not over yet. But what I love about this is I hate when I have to defend like facts that aren't mine. They're just things I know. Because it's like, these aren't things I've had to keep up on and read about. They're just things I know. They're locked away in the closed case file in my brain. So when people go, explain to me how dead dinosaurs got 20 miles below the surface, like, that's not fair. I shouldn't have to do that because I'm just telling you a thing that's true. This isn't my pet project. Just, they got there. And a lot of it has to do with, the tectonic plates shifting and, the shifts in soil and sea levels and all that shit. And don't do this. Just stop. Skeezy Whitefish says, I've never seen oil dripping from the fossils at the Natural History Museum, so take that.
Oh, shit. You know what? Again, I guess I just owe you guys all an apology. I was wrong. Apparently, they don't come from fossils. This is how people get gaslit right here. They just don't care, and then they're like, yeah, fine, whatever.
Dude, I already told you I got gaslit. I told you that when they started questioning it, I Google searched it going, have I had this wrong my whole life? Geese Artel says fossils are a myth. Aliens left them here to try to communicate with us. That's, you know what? That's actually pretty good. Geese Artel's got a point there. Ryobi says, thought I was dumb. Glad I tuned in today. Dogface Pony Soldier says, before we got crude oil from the ground, which, by the way, was first discovered on the surface, not below, they used to kill whales for the oil.
Yeah, I actually have talked about this before, too. This is one of the things that's, like, really interesting to me when people are like, oh, we got to save the whales. We got, the whales, right? Like, again, I'm not a biologist, and I'm definitely not a marine biologist, right? But optic-wise, There's 0% chance more whales are being killed now than when they were the only source of oil in the world.
See, but most of the oil is found on the ground, which is actually not.
Okay.
It's not true. Inmate says Corey's more the pit bull of the show. Right, you got the pit bull on the leash, and you're like, okay, don't eat the kid yet. Wait until he steals a muffler. Mick Marshall says, do we get more fuel from fat fossils? Do I just absolve the obesity and gas crisis in one fell swoop? Yes, we'll just cut fat off of people. R. Johnson Emeritus says, oil and natural gas are from animal, coal is from plants, and I'm not on drugs. Okay, fair enough.
Actually, they're both like, never mind. I don't care.
I know it's exhausting. I'm going to catch up here because I find this fascinating.
Like, Ryan fucking called in yesterday and asked why Russia doesn't like us. I'm not going to take anything you say as factual ever. And also, Google it. Like, we just fucking read you what it is, dude.
April's Box says, looked it up. Canada owns the Keystone Pipeline, and the XL leg is only 8% complete. What a trip. I did not know. Well, I know it's a lot closer to 0% now. Maybe Hitler was onto something. Jesus Christ, man, what's wrong with you? Grinch Girl says, oil comes from all the Indians we buried in North Dakota after the smallpox outbreak. Oh, see, I didn't know that.
That's why Canada has so much oil.
Hulkamasha baby, thank you. He writes, how did dead dinosaurs get so far underground? I don't know, maybe 300 million years of ground movement. They might get buried a little in 300 million. Hey, have you ever buried something like 15 years ago? You dig up a time capsule and it's just hookers.
Allegedly.
And it's a lot deeper than you remember. Now do that times 300 million. It might be down there a little deeper when you go look for it.
Yeah, press F in chat if you believe in flat Earth. Now I have to know.
Oh, no. People saying this is how flat Earth becomes a thing.
Right.
Oh, why do the whales drink the oil? If you
I like that a lot.
If you squeeze a rock hard enough, oil will come out. Nuke the whales. Are we really old dick twist? Are we really having this discussion?
Yeah, dude. I said this is what's so funny. This is just like that story I shared about my friend Joe on Facebook today, right? What's so funny is when I say shit that I'm guaranteed in my head I'm going to get pushback for, nothing. But when I say something like, I thought that we all knew that oil came from fossils. My bad.
It's always the punches you don't see coming.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Grinch Girl getting a sub from Curly Adam. He gifted a couple, and Hook and Book gifted a couple. Thank you very much. Currently, you guys, we are $320 away from our goal today. There's the link to the PayPal in the chat if you'd like to use that. Let's go to Bleezers. He says, I don't know if you know this, Corey, but whale's precious ambergris is essential to cologne and perfume.
I didn't know that part, but I did know cologne and perfume come from whales.
COVID crotch
also, did you know most of the whale oil came from like a weird cavity in the head of certain whales? So they would like send people in and they would have to like ladle it out. What the fuck is that movie? There's a movie that's like called like something of the sea. And it's like Moby Dick, but they're like talking to the guy that wrote it. I'll look it up, but really good movie. It's on Netflix, but they have one of the most visceral depictions of that process I've ever seen in my life, where they're just like, some dude is like basically puking on himself as he crawls through a hollowed out fucking hole in a dead whale to get the oil.
COVID crotch is back, and I am balls deep into this fossil fuels thing. Bonanza says, I'm not going to lie. I honestly thought they called it fossil fuels because oil and gas weren't renewable and we were running out. I was never taught this in school. Now, wait, usually...
That's crazy.
Now, wait a minute. Usually I would call you the dumbest motherfucker on earth for saying that, but I'm going to let it slide today because of all the other dumb shit that I've had to read. G-Locks says, I think maybe what they meant isn't dinosaurs, like we've always made it seem, phytoplankton and sea organisms. Dinosaurs is shorthand for fossils. It's funnier when you say dinosaurs for oil. Phytoplankton doesn't have the same snappiness in a punchline. Mr. Approachable says, you guys are just arguing semantics. You're technically both right. Fucking eight. Let's not do this, guys. This is too much autism. I cannot handle that level of autism, especially this early in the morning. Psych Warfare says, I'm ashamed to breathe the same air as most of the dimwits in this chat. And then, of course, Corey, everybody wrote F when you asked if they believed in a flat Earth.
Oh, here, start this. I found that scene. It's Heart of the Sea. Start that at like a minute 20 if you want to see something.
When I catch up, we will. But first, April's parents' hobby farm. Oil comes from alligators because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Fucking hate you people. I fucking hate you people.
The Earth is flat and birds are robots. Oil equals fat. We need the fat people. They will supply future fuel needs. Bonanza. So how long until the oil we pull from the ground is from our ancestors? Sinister Mind says, can we deep dive ambergris on Twitch Talk today? Would you like to?
No. I don't think there is no more Twitch Talk. I quit.
Geesartel says Russians killed more dinosaurs. That's why there's more oil there.
I hate him.
Aaron didn't see a lot of punches coming in 50 seconds.
Geesartel the funniest troll ever. Is that just what happens?
I think he's actually moved.
I hate that guy.
He's moved beyond troll at this point. Little Lemmy says this segment is painful. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this segment. Did you know most lighthouses are benders? Shiny metal ass is the main reflection. Okay, thank you. Soul Adrian says, I don't think you were never taught it. You just didn't remember it. Oh, there you go. I was taught this in the shittiest northern Minnesota public reservation school, says Sinister Mind. Oh, Soul Adrian says, Bubba's lost everything, says here early because Bubba is sucking so fucking hard today. Well, Bubba's lost everything. I'm sorry to disappoint you. The chat is currently having an argument over whether or not fossil fuels come from fossils.
Dude, I went to some of the shittiest public schools and I was taught this. It's so crazy.
Guys, do you know how many times I've stuck up for you as an audience when people who hate this show say, you bunch of retards listen to you? I say, no, they're good, wonderful people. Start proving me right.
You're seeing, you don't care because you're not the one that says it, but you see how fucking crazy this is, right? I think that these people are leaning back, acting like this is a joke. But I feel like a large portion of our audience did not know this.
Well, don't worry. COVID Crotch sent me a link that we're going to go through in just a second. So,
good.
I feel dumber just reading the chat's responses. A lot of F8 starting to creep into the chat. I'm so far behind. Aaron's Crusty Sleeping Bag says, so we bring back dinosaurs and kill them for future oil. Why haven't we brought them back yet? Great idea. Corey Dinosaur says, open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur.
Wait, did Corey Alligator change their name to Corey Dinosaur now?
I didn't realize that. Yes, he's Corey Dinosaur now.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
I'm going to hate that person.
Invest in graveyards.
Don't let me catch you at a fucking show. I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
Rupert says, invest in graveyards, future oil fields. Dogface Pony Soldier says the theory that fossil fuels formed. Oh shit, we're calling it a theory. You know this is going to be good. Mm-hmm. The theory that fossil fuels formed from the fossilized remains of dead plants by exposure to heat and pressure in Earth's crust over millions of years was first introduced by Andreas Libavius in his 1597 Alchemia, and later by Mikhail Lomonosov as early as 1757 and by 1763. Guys, we're arguing shit that's almost 400 years old. Leprechaun Blood says, is this why the government has been trying to kill fat and old people the last 2 years?
Oh, yeah, dude. We need all that COVID oil, dude.
Hokamasha Baby says, I'm not wrong. You and the internet and all scientists who researched it are. Bubba Lost Everything says, wrong, chat. Oil comes from dead Pokemons.
Whoa.
I did not know that.
Gotta catch them all for oil.
I tell you what, guys, sometimes I feel like I'm in charge of this show, and sometimes I feel like you're teaching me. I'll be honest. Freaky Deaky says a large portion of this audience are still working on their GEDs. It gets bigger.
No, they are not. No, a large portion of this audience needs at least 6 more years of schooling to work on their GEDs.
Tampa Terry Cancel says, doesn't that mean we're going to run out of oil, though, brother, if it's just from dinosaurs? Well, yeah, eventually we'll run out of oil.
It's not just dinosaurs. I mean, it's plant matter. No, it's like a bunch of stuff.
It's all fossils. They're fossil. Yeah. Guys, don't overthink it. It's fossil fuels. Dogface Pony Soldier says, everybody knows the scientists from the 1600s were the smartest. April's Box says, so the Keystone Pipeline isn't even owned by Americans. It's through America, and Bill Gates owns the fucking Canadian Railway. And the environmental waste and effort attributed to refining tar sands oil in Canada would cause markups, and all these need Trumpers are mad. Why didn't I look into this?
I love how April's box is still just spurging out about this as this fossil fuel debate heats up.
I'll say this. I love that April's box just said, fuck you guys for a while. I'm deep diving into Keystone, and then just keeps reminding us every so often. I'm enjoying that part of this. It actually, when we start to get burnt out on the stupidity of this fossil fuels discussion, they freshen it back up again.
Little Wallfish, shouldn't Germany have a lot of oil in a few billion years?
Little Emmy says we are going to. Oh God! Oh fuck! Wow. Little Emmy says we are going to be competing with mycelium at some point, and we are more than likely going to lose. Suburban Liberal Wine Mom says, so when will the steel-toe tinfoil hats be available for purchase? I don't know.
Also fuels. Oh my God, I can't. You know what? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna flip out. I gotta go.
How long until my dead dog buried in the backyard turns into fossil fuels, brother? I don't know, Tampa Terry, but you guys will be reunited through your lawnmower someday. Aztec of Sunfish. Wait, if fossil fuels come from dinosaurs, where did the rocks come from? Fuck, look, guys. One thing at a time. Coltrane says Germany will have 6.5 million barrels at least. Oh, shit. This show is a fucking fever dream every day. Meatrape says. All right, let's check out what COVID Crotch sent to us. Do fossil fuels really come from fossils? Here we go. You guys want to watch this video? Yes, we're fucking watching this. We're fucking watching the fossil fuels video. You guys ready to go back to third grade? I don't mean to pressure you guys. I don't mean to beg, but this show does run on your money, and I feel like I deserve some after dealing with this. There's the link to the PayPal in the chat. Please go drop in a couple of bucks. As I said, we're 325 away from our goal today. Here they come. 1986 from Christopher Temple and $20 from Curly Adams. So there's another 40 coming in. 105, 120. So we are 280 away from our goal today. $280 away from our goal. So we're pushing halfway there, guys. Thank you very much. If everybody wants to drop $10 in the chat, or $5, I mean, really, if everybody dropped $1 in the chat, we'd be more than good right now. Do what you need to do. Let's watch the fossil fuels video that COVID Crotch sent us. Psych Warfare says, chat, you are embarrassing yourself. Shut the fuck up. Here we go. Let's settle this thing once and for all. This is from Britannica.com.
Fossil fuels are one of the largest energy resources in the world. They power automobiles, our power grid, and make our houses cooler in the summer and hotter in the winter. And while it's tragic that the dinosaurs had to die to give us this source of power, Wait, what?
Fossil fuels aren't made from fossils.
What do you mean fossil fuels aren't made of fossils?
Dude, if this makes us look like fucking idiots, I'm going to kill myself live on the show.
He's going to say old animals and algae. He's going to say primarily algae. This is a semantical argument that people use. It's fine.
Right. Dude, plants are fossils.
Right. That's what they're doing. They're basically, this is what they do. They semantically say that fossils aren't dinosaurs, but they're going to say algae and plant matter. Watch.
When we say fossil fuels, we're actually talking about a wide variety of products. Coal, petroleum, oil, natural gas, oil shales, bitumens, tar sands, and heavy oils. Aside from coming out of the ground, all fossil fuels have a couple things in common. They all contain carbon, and they were all formed over a long period of time from the remains of organic matter.
See?
So fossils.
Yeah.
The fossilized remains of organic. Well, no. The reason they say it doesn't come from fossil fuels is once they become oil, they're not fossils anymore.
No, it's because semantically they want to say not dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are part of it, but not like most of it is plants and algae objectively.
But scientists call plants fossils.
Correct.
But not just any organic matter. In fact, fossil fuels are the remains of organics produced by photosynthesis.
Right.
Algae, bacteria,
fossils of plants.
and plants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of which date back to before the Devonian period, between 419 and 358 million years ago.
April's box.
Fossils actually specifically means dead dinosaurs. They changed the definition yesterday. Oh, the CDC did, I believe.
During the millions of years that followed, these organisms were buried deeper and deeper underground.
Buried.
Under this immense pressure and heat, they gradually decomposed into hydrocarbon-based molecules that retained the energy they had initially stored during photosynthesis. In other words, all these algae and bacteria were used by nature's pressure cooker to make a whole bunch of flammable rocks, goo, and gas. But despite—
So is there any way we can find a way? I'm about to say something really retarded, guys. Get ready. Is there any way we can just find a way to cut out the middleman and just start burning plants? And
I think we
algae?
just have to Instapot them. That's what
Yeah,
that's
I think
a
it's
slow cooker,
Instapot.
right?
Yeah.
the name,
Also, do me a favor. Look up what is it? Paleobotomy or whatever. It's P-A-L-E.
Hey, one thing
What?
at a time. One thing at a I'm learning about fossils.
fossil fuels aren't fossils. Typically, what we call fossils are preserved skeletons of animals.
Oh, weird.
The material that makes up bone resists decomposition.
Except
So
there's
while the
fossilized
organic
plants.
tissue surrounding the bones are completely broken down, they are replaced by inorganic minerals in a process called petrifaction. These hardened, fire-resistant, and carbon-free materials are excellent museum displays, but they don't really make for good energy sources. Of course,
All right, so thank you, COVID Crotch, for explaining to us that fossil fuels are made from different kinds of fossils.
Here, look up that word.
Paleobotany. Is this now the rabbit hole's starting to get too deep, and now there's gonna hit that part where I get annoyed. The UCMP Paleobotany catalog, ooh, fun, like Sears, contains information on over 33,400 specimens of fossil
Look at
plants,
Wikipedia.
algae,
Like
and
it'll be the
fungi.
first sentence.
Well,
or
I'm
whatever.
only going this far with this. The
Yeah, right.
Paleobotany type collection contains specimens which were illustrated or referred to in a publication as representative of a particular form the author studied. There. Guys, plants are fossils. They help create oil and whatnot. It's
And
fossil
we can
fuels.
go super specific and say it was fossilized plants from the Triassic era, which, holy shit, you got me. Not dinosaurs, but some dinosaurs are in there too. It's also animal matter, you fucking spurgs.
Okay, guys, I think we can be done. I will write this down because this was very enjoyable for me. This was a lot of fun. But I'm going to call this 1 hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours.
Wait, we're not done yet.
The
You gotta
time.
look at that whale thing.
I'm fucking done.
Look at the whale thing. This guy crawls through a whale hole, like a
it's
minute 24 in.
My show, I will decide.
I love it. You don't want to watch a guy crawl through a whale?
I fucking had it. I'm not going to make this show any more fucking boring than
So you're quitting?
Than COVID Crotch has already made it.
Whammo!